I know if today was a good day. That's a great question. Let's see. I think I had students engaged. I had students I think some students come into class almost with the goal that they are not going to do anything. And if I can get those students doing something, then I feel it's a good day. My name's Lindsey Luly. I'm a 7th grade science teacher at Schoo Middle School, and this is my second year at Schoo. First and second period are science, and then third period is a math relearning, which the students change every week, and the content changes every week. So that's difficult and challenging and fun all at the same time. And then 6th and 7th period are also science classes. I am not naturally drawn to organized chaos. I'm live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Mira is passing out baggies. It's kind of something that I've learned to deal with, and learned that they're middle school kids. They're 12 and 13 years old. They're not going to learn if they're sitting down quietly. I feel like they learn better if they are talking to themselves, and if I can come up with an activity or something for them to do that they can use their hands and talk about what I want them to talk about, then that's more beneficial for everybody. Characteristics of metals and non-metals, absolutely. Where would dull go? One thing, especially with students that have the behavior disorders, raising my voice doesn't help them control themselves anymore. So I think I have come to learn and understand that that's something that they're working on, as well as me, and I need to help teach them those behavior types as well. I like to very good introduce or address topics as many ways as I can to get as many learners involved, and all the kids learn different ways. The biggest number stands over here, and the smallest number by the 3. And so if we can, if one thing clicks with one kid, it may not click with anybody else. And so I think the more ways I can present the material, then the better odds are that everybody can pick it up. The content is the same, but the learners in each class are so different, and I think it's my job as a teacher to adapt the curriculum and the content so it fits each of those different styles of learning, which is, the range is just huge. I try to use all of class. All right, one more. Metals are the most common type of element on the periodic table. Would you please, that is true, very good. Would you please push your chairs in? Push your chairs in for me, please. Thank you. And have a wonderful day. It helps students see the value in class time too, whereas if we're just out of time and the students have free time, I think they take class a little more, they get more relaxed, and we always have time at the end, but they know we're always doing something throughout the whole class period. Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. I like it because although it is the same content, it's different. I have to change it up so much because of the students in each class. And so it's challenging and different in that each class period I'm teaching it a different way, or I'm talking about something a different way, and I don't do the exact same thing every period. I think that keeps it different. It's a fluid math class, so students we cover a different concept each week, and students that are not proficient in that concept come in as needed. So they may be in here 1 week out of the year, they may be in here almost every week out of the year. It depends. So 3.4 plus 7, and I have to line up my decimals. And it makes it really interesting for me because I don't have all the kids in class. So I don't have a relationship with all the students when they walk in the door. I have to build that on the fly sometimes. So it's a definitely a challenge, but I really like it. It's a bright part to my day, and I didn't necessarily foresee it being so, but I enjoy it all so much. A trick that another teacher taught me, and you trade something for a pencil. And so students do not leave without their shoes, they do not leave without their iPods or their phones. So if I trade them one of those things for a shoe, then I always get my pencils back. The goal of our team meetings is to get everybody kind of on the same page. And a lot of us teach the same students, and so if there's a student that is struggling in one class, maybe they're not struggling in another class, and to kind of brainstorm different interventions that maybe that teacher uses to help that student be successful, and then implement those across the board. Or, if the student is struggling across the board, then what can we do to help support that student? They take time, and obviously it's a planned period, so that's a sacrifice that we all make, but I think they're really beneficial. I don't think students realize the thought really that goes into it, but they're not supposed to. That's good. That means we're doing a good job, I think, that they don't see how much we're working. It seems smooth and seamless. I have a lot better relationship with students now than I do at the beginning of the year, and I think that changes their behavior too. They maybe trust me more, or they want to do things because they have a relationship with me more, and so that's a really powerful. Relationships, I think, are one of the most powerful tools we can use as teachers. Your group members on it? Did Ashley do her own? Okay, right over here, Peerless. And then tonight I will finish sending in my copies for tomorrow that I decided that I needed. Clean up the room, get the board written on, get the starter tickets in the basket, get the papers gone through and graded, and then sometime go home. Definitely not what I thought I would be doing. I actually went into college as a pre-optometry student, and then just realized it wasn't what I wanted to do. But with the science background, I kind of found myself in the science education, and I love it. I'm so glad that this is where I am right now. I was lucky enough to student teach at Schoo, which is the main reason why I wanted to teach at Schoo, and so it is what I thought it would be like. I had amazing cooperating teachers here, and I just feel I'm so lucky to teach here.